Welcome or welcome back to Unmotivated Gamers. This is a show. I suppose I could call it a show, somewhat entertaining playthrough of WindWaker HD. I am the Unmotivated Gamer today, playing through the WindWaker HD. I am currently playing as LeChuck, pirate captain of the Green Tunic. If you've joined me for any of my other videos, first of all, thank you. Thank you so much. I do sincerely appreciate that. It also means I have posted this somewhere, which I know I keep saying I'm going to do. Have not done it yet, but, you know, I'll get motivated to do that at some point. What if he doesn't because he's the unmotivated gamer? That's the joke. I would also be surprised if anybody watched this, because that means that the YouTube algorithm has pointed you in this direction, which is cool, I guess. I mean, it's definitely cool for me, getting to be part of the big, not big bad, but, you know, the magic algorithm that sends you stuff to watch. Okay, obviously I am in the Forbidden Woods dungeon here. I forget which episode, which session this is. It's like, what, 3 or 4, maybe 5. I don't think it's 6 yet. Somewhere in there. If you've never been to any of my videos before, first of all, welcome. Thank you so much for choosing to be here. Hope you're having a good day, morning, evening, etc. Whatever time you happen to be catching this. If you're doing chores in the background, make sure you get that extra spot on the dishes that you probably just missed, and don't be lazy about scrubbing behind the toilet, right? You want to make sure the whole thing is shining, right? You want to be able to get a nice sparkle everywhere from that thing. Yeah, if you've never been here before, it's just an old dude playing some video games. Can't really say much more than that. This is really more of like a video game diary kind of thing. I've always loved video games and decided to be quote-unquote productive by recording myself doing video games, in basically just relabeling that as a productive thing. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I see stuff down there at the bottom. I'm not sure if that's where I'm supposed to go right now. I think I'm virtually positive this is the one with the boomerang, the dungeon with the boomerang in it. Ow. It's been more than a couple years. 5, 6 or 7 years, 7, 8 years since I played this game. I wasn't expecting that to work. I'm glad that it did. I guess technically, okay, I played this last week, so let me rephrase that. It's been a few years since I've done a full playthrough. Last time I actually played this was about 6 days ago. 5 days ago? Doesn't matter. Who cares? I don't think I can beat these guys. Oh, wait, actually, maybe I can beat these guys. Haha, you cannot beat the power of the Deku Leaf. Which is an item I've always really enjoyed. I kind of wish, I mean, I guess in Breath of the Wild, right, it's sort of the paraglider takes the place of what the Deku Leaf kind of does primarily. And I know there is a Deku Leaf in Breath of the Wild, which is mostly used for, you know, traveling around those little boat things. But I kind of wish the Deku Leaf was still the Deku Leaf in there. Like, instead of doing the paraglider, you actually were flying around on the Deku Leaf still. Just 'cause I always thought it was a cool item. It's definitely up there in terms of one of my favorite Zelda items. I think my all-time favorite Zelda item is the Rock's Feather, just because the novelty of being able to actually jump as Link was just kind of mind-blowing. I want to say that was the Oracle, one of the Oracle games, Ages or Seasons, possibly both. Those games kind of blended together for me. Although I did like Seasons better. That's very likely because I played Oracle of Seasons first. In fact, I would say 100% the reason that I like Oracle of Seasons better than Oracle of Ages is because I played that one first. Right? That's typically the case. Why are you going the other way? I didn't ask you to do that. What? I wasn't even anywhere near you. The logic on you. What is happening? What is happening? Okay, I think I got it. You tend to like whichever version you started with. Oh my god. I am starting with getting frustrated with my own skill level at the moment. Okay, there's another one over there. Maybe that one works better. It sure does. Okay. I think a perfect example is... well, a perfect example for me, maybe not for you. I'm a gigantic geek, if you didn't realize that already. Hence the reason I'm playing video games. And hopefully, hopefully, posting them on the internet. I listen to audiobooks, and one of my... Well, it is one of my favorites, but one of the first audiobooks I listened to was the Harry Potter series, right? And there's a debate on... I forget which subreddit, maybe all of them. I remember this room. There's two versions that I'm aware of, right, that narrate the Harry Potter audiobooks. The Jim Dale versus the Stephen Fry versions. And I know people are adamantly, very, very strongly advocate for one version or the other. Being the big geek that I am, Harry Potter is one of my all-time favorite things. I actually have a Harry Potter tattoo. Again, sorry if that's a surprise to you, but I am, in fact, a geek. Hold on, I gotta get some water. Anyway, people advocate very strongly for one version or the other, and more often than not, people in the comments on Reddit tend to... okay, I need to do this. Strongly advocate for the version that they, originally started on. My opinion is I like both of them, right? When I think this is not a flex in any way. Believe me, I am not in any good shape, but I do try to exercise regularly, do some hiking / jogging up in some trails. And my go-to when I am exercising out there is to actually listen to audiobooks. And more often than not, I default to the Harry Potter books in order to... it's really... My wife thinks I'm kind of crazy for listening to audiobooks instead of music when I'm jogging, but it's something that's kind of there to just take me out of the pain that is exercising, because I think for the most part, I can't speak for everybody, but there are a lot of people that legitimately like exercising, and kudos to you. I don't hate exercising as much as other people, but it's not the most enjoyable activity either. So anything that can kind of take you out of the experience is what works for me to kind of get me, out there. Or, I don't usually do weights, gym or anything, but, in there exercising, right? So audiobooks are kind of one of my favorite things to do, and I default to the Harry Potter series. Because it's a story that I know pretty well, having reread the books. Not in a long time at this point, but was used to do a yearly reread of them. Yep, I'm one of those geeks. And I'm trying not to run into another one of these if I can avoid it. I did not avoid it. Anyway, so I've listened to both on my... was I supposed to bring something with me? Okay, this is... That's a thick wall, so I can't break into it. So, yeah, over the years, I've listened to both the Jim Dale and the Stephen Fry versions. I do tend to like the Jim Dale versions a little bit more as an overall. Okay, I don't know how I'm supposed to get in there. Is that a bomb? Am I supposed to blow them up? Jim Dale was the one I started with, so yeah, I would say that's a big factor in the reason I like it. However, I would say if I'm trying to be objective about it, I think there's a lot that Stephen Fry does well. Did that open it up? It sure did. I honestly think that with those specific versions and Compass, all right. I think that specifically with those versions that I'm talking about, I think that I really like the Jim Dale voices overall better, but that Stephen Fry has more. Okay, that did open that up there. Very good. So now we gotta probably go all the way around again. Ooh. I think that overall that Stephen Fry is really, really great on the actual narrating, the narrator parts, you know, just like the descriptions in between all the talking. But I really like that Jim Dale just like fully commits to totally different voices. They don't always work. His Professor McGonagall is a little. It just like basically goes for it, right? I won't say I hate or love, you know, some of his voices. Would say the same thing with Tonks, right? There's just like interpretations that they decide to go for, and I'm a big fan of just committing fully, and Jim Dale does that with the voices. I think that Stephen Fry does a really, really great job overall, but what I would say is that a lot of his voices sound very similar. He does them, you know, again, a really nice job. It's just a lot of, again, oh, there's a chest down there. Okay. It's probably not anything important, but I'm going to go for it anyway. 10 rubies. I don't think they need to put 10 rubies in the chest down here. What are you thinking, Nintendo developers? Anyway, I guess this is just a roundabout way for me to brag about my exercising, because I exercise somewhat regularly. Not really. I am not in very good shape at all. Just trying to be better about my overall health. And yeah, once upon a time in another life, I was actually a long distance runner and slowly trying to work my way back into making that happen again. I am ages away from making that a reality, but you know, it's a work in progress, as I have with many other things. Oh, okay. I don't know that was absolutely necessary. Okay. Boomerang, right? Yeah, I gotta use the boomerang to slice that sucker. So then I am not sure where to go at this point. I've got that pot in there. Oh, I grabbed a key in there. I guess I wasn't super paying attention. Too busy describing my exercise regimen. It's not really a regimen. I just go out and jog / hike. I say jog, yeah. It's really more I attempt to jog a little bit and then just hike uphill. I jog as much as I can and then hike uphill for people who, you know, care about that sort of thing. My advice, for what it's worth to anybody out there, if you find any form of exercise that you can do, then soak every last bit of motivation that you can out of getting that done, right? Anything that gets you exercising on a regular basis, do it, right? It doesn't even matter if it's just like a tiny little bit. You can try to use that to catapult you into doing more exercising, possibly, if that's, you know, a goal of yours. To, you know, be healthier. I'm definitely a proponent, a big advocate of, you know, exercise if you can. If you can motivate yourself to do so, because it's just one of those things that, you know, I won't say it makes you feel better, because exercise has never made me feel better immediately, but it is one of those things where you definitely feel better over time, and you don't really realize that you feel better until you feel worse, if that kind of makes sense. It's the same thing, you know, in my opinion, of like healthy eating, right? If you eat healthy, it sucks. Like, if you're at the point where you can identify the good versus bad tasting broccoli, first of all, kudos to you. Second of all, you're a health nut, a health geek, and again, kudos to you. But oh my god, you don't really, or at least it's been my experience that when you eat healthier. Oh, that's good. This seems like it's going to be a boss room, mini boss room. It's never been the case for me where when I eat healthy, I do not immediately feel better because I'm eating healthy, but what ends up happening is... Golden feather. That's hilarious. Oh, okay. Oh, I've got the Deku leaf, so that's probably what I need to use in here. Uh-huh. Oh, I had the... Okay. I will get this down. Maybe on the next time he does this. I love that slow fall. Come on, bug butt. Food and exercise by themselves, I don't say that they immediately feel better, but what ends up happening is I notice that I feel worse when I start eating junk food again, or start eating worse, because I've been gone through a couple of periods of my life where I've eaten really healthy, and then I inevitably fall off of that. I would say right now I'm in the process of falling off of my eating healthy thing. I've got my boomerang, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, eating healthy is keep on going around this. It's one of those things, right, where I don't immediately feel better, but what ends up happening is I don't realize that I'm feeling better until I feel worse because I started eating bad again. And that's kind of when I realized, oh, I was actually feeling better, but it was such a gradual sort of incremental thing, not an immediately evident, I feel amazing kind of thing that everybody wants to make it out that it is, that eating better kind of does. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that for now. I don't know if that makes any sense to people. I'm sure it makes sense to people that have kind of experienced that. I guess what I'm trying to say is eat better and exercise, but don't expect it to just automatically make you feel better the first time that you do it, right? It's a gradual thing, and you may not even realize that you're feeling better until you feel worse when you don't do it. I think that was a pretty succinct way of actually saying that. Or maybe that's crazy, and you think I am bananas before even thinking that at all. I don't know what I was expecting there. I hope I can just jump and Deku leap across. Nice. I think like a lot of people that exercise, well, I know that there are people. I have a mantra. I have actually two mantras that I kind of go through that are going through... Oh, back into this room. Nice. Okay. I have two mantras that kind of keep me motivated. Oh, I guess I gotta hit them all at the same time. C4, there we go. There's a really zigzaggy pattern there, but I got there in the end. The first mantra that I have is actually one that I've had since I was a cross-country / long-distance runner back in the day. And that mantra, which is, I believe, a common one. I assume it's a common one, but the one that I'm doing is pretty much every step I'm running, I go, why the am I doing this? Why the am I doing this? Why the am I doing this? Because, you know, long-distance running is a kind of an odd activity to get into. Kudos to people who are extremely passionate about it. I would say I am a hobbyist when it comes to that sort of thing, but I've always enjoyed, you know, running as a pastime. But it's, and I always, you know, have a somewhat of a self-awareness, left to right. It looks like there's a cliff over there, so I'm gonna go right. Okay. Anyway, that's my first mantra. I've had that one basically every time I've ever exercised at all. It's just, you know, why am I doing this? I don't have to be doing this, etc. Generally, the answer is I'm trying to do the spin, but it's not working because I'm bad. The other mantra I have is a much more recent one. I say recent. I guess it's not really that recent anymore, but I'm a big fan of that. I don't know if it's considered an old, it's newer to me, but oh, I see a chest over there. I think I probably want to get that first. Of that show, BoJack Horseman, and towards the end of the series, as he's kind of, which by the way, it's not a very uplifting show per se, very realistic and relatable, I think, for some people. Hopefully not for too many of you out there. But there's like, yeah, spot towards the end of the show when he's really working on trying to get better. He's in the rehab place or whatever, and the quote that has become one of my new mantras that's really kind of motivated me is, I don't remember the exact wording, but it's something along the lines of, it gets easier, but the trick is you have to do it every day. And I can't really explain why, but that's just super resonated with me as a motivating factor. And it just rings absolutely true of virtually everything, but I think in particular exercise or kind of tough things. I think in the context of the show, it's right, he's battling addictions and his own problems with being a kind of a terrible, I say person, but he's like a horse person kind of thing. I'm just gonna say person, you know. And I find that to be extremely true. There are so many things that are hard, but they get easier. But the big trick is you have to do it every single day. And that's the mantra that kind of goes through my head with the exercise and has kind of fallen true, or proven to be true. It's gotten easier over time. But the big trick is, yeah, being consistent about it, doing it every day. I don't know what I'm kind of babbling on about. Hopefully it's been kind of... Oh! I haven't really been commenting too much on the gameplay, but I assume you were either watching or playing along with it. As I said, this is kind of... I would say not every episode, but this one's really steering into the video diary kind of thing I mentioned at the beginning of this one. Oh man, that guy is a lot better with his spear than I am with my sword. Ah, I thought I was gonna get the... Oh, I guess that's the first time I got this close. Excuse me, Mr. Sir. I'm a little busy stealing your stuff. I need to present this to the audience. Thanks for reminding me of my wife and I were just got through watching a show called Fleabag on Amazon. One of my buddies told me about the show a while ago, and I just kind of checked it out now, and it's very good. There's a little bit of fourth wall breaking in it, and definitely thought it was an enjoyable show. So I do recommend that. Oh, I'm back in here. So I got the boss key. I think, I don't know, fight these green dudes. I just cannot seem to be consistent with my spinning. No matter. Let me know if you like my rambling nonsense. I obviously enjoy... Oh. Rambling on about nonsense. Okay, this is good news. That's a door I haven't been into yet. Oh, why did it close up there? Anyway, let me know in the comments or, you know, messages or I don't know where I'm posting this. If you like that, like what kind of stuff you like hearing me talk about. Or if you hate listening to me talk, I guess you can let me know that too. I wouldn't say I necessarily super need to hear that, but if you feel like you gotta get that out of your system, heck, by all means, I can take on your... I'll take on your frustration for the time being, at least. Joy pendant. I can't say I'm necessarily a joyful person, excuse me, but I do try my best to stay on the more positive side. Dang, dude, this was pretty good, I gotta say. I did a nice job, not to stroke, you know, my ego too much, but really nice job of going on the exact right path that I needed to in this dungeon. Okay. I've got 2 bottles. I know, I'm probably not going to be doing it, and I might have already missed one of those pictographs that I need, right, to take a picture of, but there's probably a fairy in one of these things, and I like being safe. Oh my gosh, what were all of you doing in there? Let's see, here we go. Oh my gosh, another one. Why are you all chilling in there? Maybe I'm wrong, there aren't no fairies. Ah, there it is. Here, you can be my little buddy. Thanks, little buddy. Okay. Definitely gonna need the boomerang. I don't think I'm gonna need the Deku leaf, but I don't even think I remember the name of this boss. Oh yeah, it's a giant tentacle thing. Hello. I know people are gonna get really annoyed at me, but hello, Makar. Okay, I know I've watched a few videos now in my spare time that there's so many people, maybe the official English name of him is Makar, but I always called it Makar in my head, so sorry. Sorry if that bothers you. So cool. Can definitely see the Baronade influences on this boss. Is this gonna be a good one? Nice. Okay. Awesome. I don't know what the most efficient way to go about this is. This seems to be working all right. Ah, that was very good. Okay, I don't know if I'm supposed to leave there, but that seems as fine of a way to exit as any other. Ooh, got me that time. I got your number, boss thing that reminds me of a lot of Baronade. I didn't get them all. There we go. Oh, man. One hit? Was one hit away from getting it in one shot. Well, maybe the next time I play this game in a decade or whatever it's going to be. Not to be morbid about this, and there are a lot of you, if anybody, right, is listening, the future me at the very least is listening to this, but if I am still alive in 10 years, that's a huge victory, because that's getting to the point in my life where getting older is, yeah, you know, a victory. Getting to the point where there are people in my family who passed away, you know, at the age. I'm at that point where if I were to die tomorrow, it's not necessarily a tragedy, except for those who are close to me, right? Because I wasn't so young that people are going to be like, oh my god, he's so young. And they're going to be like, oh my god. And that's it, because, right, it's not necessarily unexpected anymore. Oh, it's so sad. I don't hate the pronunciation of Makar, to be honest. I just started bringing it all around back, right? I just started with Makar, and that's what is comfortable for me and that I enjoy first. Let the ceremony begin. Oh, great, LeChuck. I am great. Thank you for recognizing it. You're also great. All of that work for a 15-second ceremony. Take care. Farewell. Fare thee well, flying plant people. I shall see you out in the great beyond of the ocean. Bravo, Makar. I'm glad you are practicing. Thanks for that compulsive save. Just gonna check in with the Deku Tree real quick. In the hopes that new forests will grow. Forests will have great power. Change one tiny island into a much larger land. Not to, you know, not to butt heads with the giant magical tree here, but I think volcanoes are actually the one that does that. Fate is tied to the world. Yes, thank you, great toothy tree. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna quickly talk to Boat out there, and that'll be it for this session. Keep it short and sweet. I say short. None of my episodes are particularly short. Oh, why I couldn't see there. That just kills them? That's awesome. That being the boomerang. Love to see it. I don't even know what these Baba seeds are for. Anyway, I'm going to talk to Boat, and yeah, that'll be a good spot to start off next time. Ooh, the mailbox is shaking. Good evening. It can only mean you have peeked into one of the post boxes. Indebted. Deliver them to a box box. Wiggling. Yeah, okay. Did it. Small token. Meet again. Oh. Oh, awesome. Honestly, was not expecting that. But pleased to have gotten it. You must get the remaining pearl. It lies in a place northwest of here. We must set sail immediately. And then he yawns as if it really didn't matter. Okay. I just want to check that map. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to compulsively save again, and then I will bid anybody who is listening to this adieu until the next time that I say we meet, but, you know, next time you happen to have this on in the background or are watching this, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, etc. And I'll see you all around, buddy. Bye. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video. I do really mean that. I'm not a broccoli shamer at all. It is legitimately my favorite vegetable. So if I offended you broccoli lovers, you broccoli patriots out there, I am sincerely sorry. I hope I will see you broccoli fans on the next video along with everybody else who may or may not be watching. Thanks, everybody.